Hello everyone, I hope you're doing great. So this is a video I'm making so that we can solve some of the problems together. I don't know, I'm just helping you on your weekend to study a little bit more physics, okay? I will be sending this in the chat, and if there is anything that is not clear or have any question regarding anything, you can ask there. We still have time and I'm here to help you, okay? So this question is about a lift that's moving upwards, and we want to find the power that is required for it to move. So let's start reading the question. And here's the thing, guys. Whenever you're gonna solve anything, just read the whole question first. Sometimes the answer is so easy, but you just, jump to conclusion thinking that it's difficult. Read the question carefully first and then start answer it. So the motor in the lift does, you see, it does this much of work. So all you have to do is like work here is equal to 120,000 joule. And this is in 8 seconds. So the time is 8 seconds. Now this is nice because we don't have to convert anything. This one is already in joule. This one is already in seconds. It's not in minutes, not in hour. So not much work for us to do. So calculate the power output of the motor in the lift. They're asking about the power. What are you gonna do? Power, all the equations are going to be given to you. Like, I think it's going to be the last or the first paper of your paper exam. So you don't have to memorize anything, but you have to know how to use each formula, and you have to know which one is used in which question or so, okay? So getting back to this one here. By the way, it's given here. In the exam, it's given. Not sure in my exam, but this one is already given. So all you have to do is just write it here for you to substitute. Now, W here is given here. This is the work. So you just have to write it down here. And don't forget any of the zeros. And here, this is the T. And we have the T here. Just put it here. This is our T. Put it in the right place, 8 here. And then use your calculation. And the answer, I don't know, just put it here in one go. So it's gonna be 15,000 watt. Watt is already written here as well. If not, write it down. Okay, that's easy, right? So let's go to the next one. All you had to do in that one is just, finding the power. This question is asking the power input to the motor is greater than the power output. Now what they're trying to say is that if I supplied my lift, this lift in the building I am on, inshallah, with like say 200 joules. However, the power that was used to move the lift upwards was just 120 joule. Where does the rest of the 200 go? So some of my energy was wasted. Where? How come? I'm paying the electricity there. Where is my energy going? Remember when we take the class about the wasted energy? This is where you have to apply your information, the knowledge you got there. So can you imagine, can you guess, where does the energy go? This question is another way of asking about wasted energy, because the input means that the energy or the power I'm supplying, I'm giving to the lift, and the output, it means the power or the energy used in the right or the useful energy, the one that is used to move the lift. So here, let's see the options. Read them carefully to make sure that you're choosing the right one. So, by the way, when you see this question, see here, it's written 2. You have to pick 2 of these boxes here, not just one. That's why I'm telling you it's important to read the question carefully. So the first option is energy is transferred in heating the surroundings. Well, that's a possibility. You know, heating is one of the most common stores of wasted energy. Usually there is a problem with friction and heat. So yeah. Oh, you see the other option here? It's friction. Friction causes energy to transfer in non-useful ways. That's definitely correct. Because most of the time friction is causing the energy to be lost as thermal or heat energy. You see? So I just read the two options, the first two options, and I already know the answer. You can go to the other questions right now. But to make sure, let's read the other three options here to make sure that we are 100% of sure of our choices. The motor is connected to the mains electricity supply. Yeah, so what? Well, that's not a wasted energy, so absolutely not a correct option. The motor is more than 100% efficient. Well, this is impossible, by the way, but this is again not a reason for the output energy to be, or the output power to be less than the input. The last one, there are only 4 people in the lift. That has nothing to do with it. So, you see, told you. Our options were correct. So let's go. This one is regarding circus and so on. So I'm gonna skip it because this is not included in your exam tomorrow. Now, number 4, write down the equation that links gravitational field strength, which is G, gravitational potential energy, which is, we call it GPE, or some people would call it EP. And what else? Height, which is H, and the mass, M. You know, any equation that connect those three, of course, it's the gravitational potential energy equation, and you will find it in the list included in your exam. Just choose it, and you will be done. Write it down. You're gonna get a mark. M, G, H. Or you can just memorize it because it's easy. Then the last one here. Oh, let me tell you another trick in the exam. Usually when they ask you to write an equation, the next question you will be using this exact equation. So put that in your mind. Here the left goes up 40 meters, means that H is 14 meters. The total mass of the people in the lift, nice, they have the total mass of all of the people, not just one, and you have to add them together and summation. So no, so the mass for all of the people, M, is 280 kilogram. Gravitational field, which is G, usually G, you see here, usually in your book G is 10. Is equal to 10, but here it's given to you as 9.8. So we're gonna go with 9.8 for the time being, but in my exam, if you got any question that has to do with G, then use G as 10, and it's going to be given to you, by the way. Some people just use it that way, and some people use it that way. In your exam, you're gonna be using this one, but now we're gonna solve this exam the way they want us to do, so. Which equation we're gonna use? This one, as I told you. G, let me write it in a good way. So, GPE is equal to MGH. So, M is this one, which is, you just have to transfer it from here to here. M is 280 times G, which is in this case 9.8, but in other times it's gonna be 10. And the last thing here, gonna add the H, which is 14. The answer, just use your calculation. Where's my calculation? Or I'm gonna cheat from something I solved it another time. Yeah. So it's gonna be something around 38,000. Oh, yes, and 460 joules. Joule is already written here, so we're done basically. I hope it was not difficult for you. It's easy, right? It's straightforward application of the formula. If there's anything you don't understand, just tell me in the chat.